Salford Sport TV.
It's Salford Sports.
Salford.
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 Hey from Salford. Sorry to cut myself off there, but
Come on,
number
Salford.
6 lashing it in. It's a great goal.
Lovely turn by Ryan. Great turn, great finish.
That's great.
That is a
Beautiful ball. Good ball. On the edge, Sonny.
Welcome to Salford Sports TV. My name is Dylan Dosanjh. I'm joined with Miles King and Thomas Charnock behind the camera today. We're here live for Women's Rugby Union action. The women have got to the Northern Conference semi-final and they're playing against Bangor today. They've had one of the best seasons they've ever had. We're here live at Peel Park on the 3G. Let's see what they have to offer today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rugby Union action live here on SSTV. We are so happy to be here. I'm joined by Dilan Dosanjh and Thomas Charnock. We're here for the Northern Conference Cup semi-finals for Salford Women's Rugby Union. It's been an absolutely amazing season so far, and we're just about ready to get kicked off here. We're going to say the line-up here. It's Fid Benninger in goal. Sorry, Fid Benninger at prop.
Goal!
Fid Benninger at prop. It'll be Holly Walker and Liv Springett joining her in the front row. The second row is built up of Libby Bullock and Holly Howitt. Fiona Hutchinson, Danny Seeger and Lucia Silva make up the rest of the forward line. It will be Lucy Whalen-Mills, Evie Arnott, Freya Smith, Liv Ditchfield, Millie Lewis, Mila Hall and Alice Masters, with many more Salford players to come off the bench today. And we are ready for, Dylan, you've got to say, one of the biggest nights in Rugby Union history for this
Yeah, it's going to
university.
be a big one. It's going to be a big one. Look, they've done well to get to the semi-final here. Let's face it, it's going to be a tough opponent, Bangor. But yeah, let's see what the girls can do here today.
Of course, I mean, it's been an unbelievable season. You know, second, obviously, within their league this season. Brilliant winning start, 40-17 in just the last round of the Cup against Lancaster University, really keeping that winning streak alive. Good momentum going into this game, and I think we are just about ready to get kicked off here at Peel Park. It will be Bangor University in the Northern Conference Cup semi-finals here on SSTV. It's Bangor, it's Salford, and it's live. It's a good collection from Salford. They need to get over the ball here. I mean, Dylan, you got to say, starting fast is key for Salford here. You know, that's really what's had them going early. Surely a knock on there. I mean, yeah. Dylan, for you, like, who are your key players, you know, within this game?
I think Lucia Silva in the middle is going to be key to the Salford side. She always has been. Captain Evie Arnott needs to lead by example here. Let's hope she can do that.
I mean, just touching on Evie Arnott there, she has had a brilliant season.
Oh, definitely, 100%.
So far. I mean, obviously we saw, especially in that Chester game, her kicking off the tee was absolutely brilliant.
Oh yeah, class.
You know, her leadership capabilities, her ability to rally the girls behind her is just, you know, exemplary. And we're going to see the first scrum here for Salford. Lucy Welling-Mills, obviously coming in for Josie Noble today. She will feed the scrum.
Going contested, I like it.
I mean, Dylan, I think we've mentioned before in the past, whether we commentated on rugby league or men's union or women's union, you know, I think the key aspect here for Salford is being able to move it from that strong forward line immediately out to the backs.
Yes.
We saw, especially against Chester, I think the ability to get it wide quickly really helped us out.
Yeah.
We like Freya Smith on the wing, like we were able to break quickly from using the power in the middle and then exploit those wide areas really, really well. And because of the diversity that Arnott has in our kicking game, it is something we can exploit.
Yeah, definitely.
Bangor are looking to drive. It's a good challenge there.
Scrum was contested, but Salford sadly lost it there.
Looking to go across. Salford keeping a good defensive line so far. Bangor not able to gain too many yards.
Not yet.
Does look like they are going to adopt a crash-heavy approach here. So far, Bangor.
Challenge.
Just looking to use a bit of power through the forward line, you know, to just break through. It's another good challenge right there by the chairwoman, Fid Benninger. Is an advantage here in favour of Bangor.
Good yards gained there. Salford taken down well.
They made a good start here, Bangor. You know, they've not allowed themselves to be intimidated by the speed or the size of Salford.
No.
You know, they're making a good quick start.
Yeah, Salford have equally, though, defended well against the run of play here.
They're doing a good job of stopping the crashes. However, Bangor are gaining a few more yards. You know, they're getting over, you know, the forwards a bit more. It's fed again. Oh, it's a good drive there from their prop. Lucia Silva looking to rip the ball here. Has come out for a banger. It's good play there from their 10.
But again, great challenge there.
It's a good challenge. They are just being pushed a bit further back though. Great challenge in there from Bangor.
Plays that to the left. Deflected there, but they've still managed to claim it.
You can see Bangor maybe looking to go coast to coast here, really looking to exploit those wide areas. No, it is a foul, it is a penalty in favour of Bangor. And are we going to see a tap and go here, I think? I mean, Dylan, what's your thoughts on, these opening 5 minutes so far for Salford?
Look, let's say it's been all Bangor at the moment, attacking-wise, but Salford have done very well to keep them at bay here, but they've run forward there. But another great challenge from Salford there. I'm not sure who it was then.
Now Bangor are going to look to move it quickly here. Again, adopt that crash-heavy approach.
Good feint.
Bangor, she's been brilliant defensively so far, the chairwoman.
Yes, they have. Big drive here from the number 3 for Bangor. Big drive going forward, taking 4 or 5 women there to take her down there.
And now this is where Salford need to lock in, ensure their defensive rigidity is on point.
Well, I have to say they have done well so far, but they look to take it out to the left again.
It's a good play.
Good.
And then number 12 will drive, looking for the first try of the day, and she's going to take it as near as to under the post as possible. And you've got to say, it's a picture-perfect start for Bangor, and Salford will be disappointed because they defended well, however.
Yeah, they did well.
Bangor, it was good, intricate play, and they were able to just open up the spaces.
100%, definitely. Very good play from Bangor. Salford did defend very well, but I think the quick passing there, like you said, going coast to coast for Bangor worked very well for them. But I think nothing bad to say about the performance from the opening 5 minutes for Salford anyway.
Of course, it's a less than ideal start, but you've got to say it's not been an actual bad start. No,
it's not been a bad start.
Obviously the scoreline, results-wise, as it's saying right now, isn't the best for Salford. But Salford can take some positives here. I thought the defence, especially in that midfield area, was good. It was just they just got overwhelmed as the pressure got a bit worse and spaces naturally started opening up. I think that big drive from their prop did wonders for Bangor, to be honest. We're going to see our first attempt at a conversion here from Bangor's kicker, looking to extend their lead 2-7. And it's unlucky for Bangor's kicker, but Salford, they can take some positives here. And I think it's all about a reaction now. Obviously, Bangor are going to gain the ball off the next kickoff. But I think it's all about reaction. It's being able to establish a high press.
100%. I think the high press is going to be key here. Don't let Bangor come into their half as much as they did. They did well to keep them at bay, but if Salford can keep the high press and maintain that high press, then they can push them back into their own half, which will be good.
Yeah, the benefit is, Dylan, it's only been 7 minets so far. We've only seen 7 minutes of action.
Yeah, of course.
And there's so much time in the game, I think what that Salford bench will be echoing is, the girls just need to take their time here. Obviously, they know from the results they've got this season, they have the ability to come back in this game, to win this game.
Definitely.
And I just think that they can't really put their heads down off of something that's less than ideal.
And I don't think they will. They've had the mentality to get to the semi-final. So it's clear that they're not going to give up. So let's see what they can do after this first 7 minutes. But it's a good drive here from Bang on the left as they retain the ball. Oh, he's managed to break through the back line. Still going for Bangor all the way through. Salford women can't catch up to her and unfortunately has put it down for their second try of the game. I have to say that was impressive.
Yeah, it was a great drive. That is, the picture perfect way you want to be able to receive a kickoff if you're, in a Bangor shirt.
Yeah.
Being able to just receive it and absolutely drive through, completely penetrate that Salford defensive line.
No one could get near her. Unfortunately.
And that's exactly how, Bangor would have wanted to compound that early score. And it's a similar kicking position from, that first attempt, but Salford, I think now is about regrouping and making sure that heads don't drop, because this game is still very early. They're very much still within the game. I just think they've got to make sure that they regroup, tighten things up defensively, and don't allow any more mistakes to shine through.
And that conversion not converted there, unfortunately, but keeps the score, makes the score 10-0.
Dylan, for you, what would you say, not areas of improvement, but what would you say is, things that Salford could touch on in these next, 30 or so minutes in this half?
Obviously, I thought the play from the first try, the defensive work was good. Obviously, that second try, not the best. But I think allowing the backs to get forward when they can will be key. I think they have worked on that in training. I did speak to Byron recently as well, and he says the girls are impressive, and they are. They know what they're doing. but trying to implement the play that Byron has given them, I think, will be key. So let's see what they can do now with the kick.
It's a good kick from Arnott. It's a good receive from Bangor's number 9 there. And they're going to look to push over. Salford looking to rip. And it is a Salford penalty. There wasn't a release of the ball. And it's a quick tap and go here by the captain, Evie Arnott, who will drive.
Drive it through there. Great yards gained. Goes down.
Leading by example there. It's a good play here. Salford looking just to progress. And it's on. Brilliant. It's Lucia Silva.
Far on the right-hand side. Breaking through. Goes down.
Salford looking to go coast to coast here.
To Holly. Back to Evie.
Brilliant slip from Evie there to just lose our woman. Salford looking to keep progressing. It's a good play there. Libby Bullock with a powerful drive. It's a good play. Here's Liv Ditchfield.
Done well there to avoid the challenge.
Plays it on. Holly Walker, here is the vice captain. Goes down. Salford got to get over the ball. And it has been turned over. It's good defence from Bangor.
Lucy there with a good challenge.
Goes for a kick. Hasn't got the most distance. Can Salford collect? It's a good collection there by the number 12, Liv Ditchfield. I mean, this is what Salford want. You know, sustained spell of possession within, you know, the final third. I mean, Dylan, you got to say this is the improvement we're looking for.
This is what we need. This is what they needed. This is what they needed. So they can keep this momentum up.
Here's Silva. Plays it on. Here's Holly Walker. It's out. Lucy Whaling-Mills. It's a decent pass. The referee's called a knock on it. Did go backwards.
Yeah, not sure about that, but Masters unable to collect that.
My apologies. There's a previous advantage that we seem to have missed, Dylan.
Oh, lovely.
So it will be a Salford penalty in a good area.
I'll take that.
I mean, the good thing about having someone like Evie Arnott as well is obviously it does look like we are going to do a tap and go, but we have the ability to kick from posts. We've got the ability to kick from posts for penalties as well, with someone with such a good kicking record as herself.
Yes.
But, you know, she is going to look to initiate that tap and go. Here's Libby Bullock. It's a great challenge from Bangor just to push them back, to be fair.
Yeah, it was a good initial drive there, but Bangor forced them back.
Here's Holly Walker. Goes down. Good play here. And it's unlucky for Salford.
I wasn't lucky there. There was good space here on the left. Could have exploited that.
Yeah. I mean, it's unlucky, but I mean, there's so many positives that we can take from
100% good play.
I mean, the reaction, I think, in the last, 5 or so minutes has been really good from Salford.
Oh, they haven't let their heads drop, have they?
Exactly. They didn't let the less than ideal start, really affect them. They're still going to be able to play their rugby, and push on. I don't think that they wouldn't have got to the semi-finals if they didn't have, that type of grit and determination.
Line out here.
It's a good line out for Bangor.
Received well, looked to drive. Play out to the left. Good. Oh, weave it in and out.
Brilliant play, you got to say, from Bangor. But I mean, this is where we want to see Salford defensively, and again, there was no release of the ball, and Salford will take so much joy from this.
100%.
They are getting a bit of success. They're really the pressure. I think the defensive pressure that Salford are giving, in that final third is really bothering Bangor. That's a good drive there. Now can Salford claim?
Plays out to the right.
Strong play here. Salford looking to just keep it going.
Silver tries to collect.
I do believe the referee has called a Salford penalty again.
Good position.
And it's a tap and go.
Arnott tries to drive. It's taken down. Plays out to the left.
And Jess Jenkins out on the left. I do think there was a knock on there by the Salford winger. I mean, it's unlucky, but, Salford have shown that, their reaction in situations like this can be, more than ideal. They've dealt with, giving penalties away in this part of the area before, and they have been able to gain quick turnovers. I mean, we're going to see a Bangor scrum here. We're gonna see a banger scrum. And Salford were unlucky in the first scrum, but obviously they've shown they can contest in these areas before.
Yeah. It's good to see contested scrums, though, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Because you don't really want to see uncontested scrums, do you?
No.
Now,
Not fun to them. Not fun.
Exactly. I mean, Bangor are going to look to break it. What a challenge there! And Salford, absolutely brilliant. Aggressive challenges in high areas of the park. And they've been able to get the penalty for a knock-on by Bangor. I mean, that was absolutely perfect defensive work from Salford.
Beautiful play.
And this is exactly what I was trying to say earlier, I mean, when we are defending in these areas of the pitch, we apply so much good pressure. It's just opening the game up for Salford a bit, and you've got to say they're going to get surely some reward for all that hard work that they are putting in.
Came from that scrum here on the left as well. Weren't their scrum, but they still managed to claim it with a great challenge. I'm not sure who it was by, actually.
I believe it was Millie Lewis.
Oh, beautiful.
The woman signed at number
Beautiful
13.
challenge.
And I believe it was our number 12, Liv Ditchfield, putting in an absolutely stormer of a second challenge that forced the knock on.
Class. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see.
But here we go. Lucy Welling-Mills, 2 feet the Salford scrum. Oh, it's a great push from Bangor, though, but Salford are going to maintain. Lucy Welling-Mills.
Challenge from the Bangor player there. Well,
Does
Salford.
dive. That's played on. It's pushed wide. It's a good challenge.
High challenge it looked, but I don't... Was the ref awarded that? Yeah,
we have seen a yellow card. We have seen a yellow card. So advantage Salford. It was a high challenge, like you said. I believe that was Bangor's number 11. Has been shown a card, but advantage Salford for 10 minutes. I mean, that'll be absolutely brilliant. And I mean, it really will help us with this pressure that we have been applying to the final third and the posts of Bangor. Really let us take advantage.
Bangor need to adjust now.
Lucy Welling-Mills. Lucia Silva.
Tug at the shirt there. But she's managed to keep going.
Here's Fib Benninger.
Good drive.
Looking to ride the challenge. It's a good play. She must present.
And does.
It's a good play here from Salford. Looking to go coast to coast quickly. Danny Seeger does well.
Good tape from Seeger, I have to say.
Ditchfield to Alice Masters. Mila Hall. Lucy Welling-Mills plays it on to Libby Bollock. It's a good play here. Holly Howard looks to progress. Evie Arnott looks to support her forward in that line. And it is a Salford penalty. It is a Salford penalty. Tap and go. It's a good switch again. It's collected here
By Holly.
by Fiona Hutchinson. Lucy Welling-Mills. And Lucia Silva looks to just take it that bit wider and has been forced out for a line-out.
Right in front of the support here from the Salford boys. I have to say, a nice little turnout here. See the likes of Tom DB up there. Niall Smith. Chignado. All coming here to support the women in their semi-final route.
You've got to say, Dylan, I mean, it is good to see, the club being one, United, the men coming out to support the women. It's a good drive again from Benninger, but it's always good to see, that unity. You can see, obviously, over there, men's club chairman, Henry Booth, supporting as well. But now, Liv Ditchfield on the ball.
If he was working with the ladies before the game as well, so trying to implement some of the tactics, I reckon.
It's a good play. It's a good challenge from Bangor. I mean, you do have to give Bangor a bit of credit. Defensively, they are dealing with the yellow card quite well.
Yeah, they've done very well, adjusted well.
And they have ripped the ball there, actually, from Salford. Oh, it's a good challenge again from Salford. And we have got the rip.
Managed to clay in there.
Mila Hall to Liv Ditchfield. Looking to just ride the challenge, the inside centre.
Feints it, passes it to Bullock.
It's a good play. It's a good play. Salford have to go coast to coast, you think. Mila Hall Back to the captain. Here's Eviana.
Great take.
Brilliant play there. Lucia Silva collects.
Can they go
Hands
right
off.
to the space?
Great play here. Oh, it's a good challenge for Bangor, but Salford, can they get over? They're doing well. This is a good stage of play here for Salford. Collected by Masters. The fullback just being pushed back just that little bit. Salford got to get over the ball. Played out. Good progression here. Izana. And it has been ripped. It has been ripped. I mean, it's just that final piece. I think that's all we need for Salford. I think the rugby we're actually playing is excellent.
Yeah,
but I just think there's just that one last little bit, that last bit of quality that we need when we are, pushing towards their try line.
I just think there, when that space was there on the right, I think maybe a bit of overpassing was present there. I think they could have done with driving into that space rather than trying to pass around it. I think there was a lot of space there, especially with that Bangor player that's been off the pitch now.
And it's unlucky that the pass has gone forward there, so it will be a Bangor penalty, quite near, Salford's final third. But I think you're perfectly correct there, Dylan. It's just making sure we don't overplay it. I think that's all that we're missing. But I think, again, it's been a positive start. I think the actual patterns of play have been lovely. I just think when we're in their final third, maybe just that one final push over that final pass.
Yeah.
Could just be the key to the game.
Yeah, just that final execution. But we'll see. There's still plenty of time for them to do that. So let's see how they can cope with this scrum.
Exactly.
Now.
I mean, it's been a really good start, and I think defensively the girls have been brilliant. I think the pressure that they've been able to put on Bangor has still been really good. But we are going to see a Bangor offensive scrum here. Quite deep in Salford's half.
Yeah, roughly about just under halfway into Salford's half.
The forwards are going to push. I think the backs do need to be prepared to push that early line. Has been pushed out, and now Bangor are going to look to play quickly, and they're going to try and hit coast to coast. It's a good challenge again. I believe that was Danny Seeger, but they have pushed it wide. Alice Masters with a great challenge in there.
Yeah, beautiful that.
And Salford looking to run over the ball.
Forced to play back.
And we do have Alice Masters has stayed down here. Obviously, we don't want to see that.
No,
wishing her all the best.
Went into it for a good challenge, to be fair. Did try her best.
It was a brilliant challenge. It completely stunted the Bangor attack, to be fair. They were starting to get an overload on that left side. And, she did put in a challenge against someone who looked, far, size-wise, far, superior to her. And she did well. It was a brilliant challenge.
Really well. Just unfortunate, though, with...
I mean, obviously, our brilliant physio team are going to check her out, but I'm sure she will play on. But
Yeah,
if that
100%.
does call the end of the day, I think she's been absolutely brilliant for the minute she has played.
I don't think she will. I think she's shaking off.
Yeah.
She'll be all right.
I mean, this is important now. You can see the girls surrounded by Byram, Henry Booth in that hole as well. They're just going to be talking about, the start and everything and how they have improved over the last 10 or so minutes. And, just what they've seen in the patterns of play to be able to, open up Bangor and really, blow this semi-final into life for Salford.
That's it. It was there. The exploitation was there. The patterns were there. It was just, again, that final execution that we mentioned. Maybe not trying to overplay it as much as they did. And maybe instead trying to drive into that space which was present. So let's see. Hopefully they can do that.
Exactly. And the girls will know that, that they've got far superior rugby minds to me or yourself, Dylan. It's like they're going to know exactly what they need to improve on. And I'm sure, within this next phase of the first half going into the second half, they're going to know what they need to do. They've got the instructions from their coaching staff. And, they're really going to look to push forward and open the scoreline for themselves. So we are going to see a banger scrum here. Obviously, they have shown that they probably are slightly superior within the scrums, at least in this opening portion of the game. But I think what needs to be present here is, you can see the backs in their defensive formation.
Yeah.
I think once that ball comes out, the press needs to be almost instant. Obviously, make sure it's timed well so you're not offside. But I think that press needs to be instant. So we're going to see it. It's a good push.
So they can do that. Pressing now. Needs to press.
Now they're going to look to play it off. They look to go wide. Mila Hall.
Good take there
Straight
from
into
the
the
Bangor
challenge.
player.
It's unlucky. It was shaken off by their full team well. I believe that's Liv Ditchfield again with a brilliant challenge. I think she's been absolutely superb for Salford so far.
She has, definitely.
Alice Masters again getting involved in that challenge.
Great to see her back on the pitch.
But Bangor are going to look to overload here. They're going to look again for that crash-heavy approach that gave them so much success in the opening portion of the game.
Salford going in numbers, that's what we like to see, taking them down there.
That's a good challenge, and Fid Benninger taking no prisoners, does well.
Beautiful.
They're going to keep crashing here,
Good challenge again,
but it has gone for a banger try.
unfortunately.
It's unlucky. You've got to say it's against the run of play.
They did what they could there, yeah.
I mean, Salford have really played well for the last 10 or so minutes. It's unlucky. I think with that crash-heavy approach, when they do have a slightly bigger forward line, it is going to be difficult for Salford to combat that defensively when it is played at such close quarters like that.
That's it. I think Bangor have got the players as the opposition that, I just think they can work their way through it really well, and it did take a good number of Salford players to try and take down the women of Bangor there. So unlucky, but still not an outrageous lead. Haven't converted the first 2 tries. I have to say this one is in a better position though, so let's see what the Bangor number 10 can do. Can she convert their 3rd try?
Right off the bar, unlucky.
Takes the score to 15-0.
Yeah, it's less than ideal for Salford, but I think from now they're going to know exactly how they need to play this game. This game needs to be played, in my opinion, with a very high pressing system. You can't allow the forward line of Bangor to come onto you at all.
No,
because clearly, we've seen from the scrums, we've seen from these defensive plays in the final third near the post.
Yeah,
I think physically, in terms of physical imposition, I think Bangor do have us beat. They are the slightly bigger side. They are probably a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
So I think what's important in this game is making sure that we can exploit the wide areas. Obviously, we've got quick players. We've got Jess Jenkins and Mila Hall on the wing. Liv Ditchfield, I think, has had an absolutely brilliant game as the number 12. Danny Seeger also, get these players on the ball. Get these, fast players on the ball and don't make it a forwards game. What a take from Danny Seeger there. But it's areas like this. It's Ditchfield. Brilliant riding challenges. Lucy Welling-Mills. Eviana goes down, she will present. And this is what Salford need to do. Just pushing it. It's a good challenge. It's a good challenge from Bangor, and they're going to look to rip again.
I'll pin back Salford here a little bit more towards the halfway line after Salford did make good yards into Bangor's half.
It's a tap and go. Oh, it's a good challenge, but they are going to look to drive here. Taken down. I believe that's Ditchfield again, just getting involved. And now this is where Salford need to make sure that they don't get pushed back.
No.
It is difficult because obviously it's a very forward-heavy game plan by Bangor.
Yes.
But and they probably do have the more powerful forwards. Benninger again, giving everything for the club. That's what you want to see.
A high challenge, but I don't think the ref saw it. It's all right.
Look, they look to kick. Great collection there from Danny Seeger. And Salford have that turnover. Here's Holly Walker. Goes down. You've got to say. Salford. The only criticism I do have is when a player is challenged, we aren't getting over them quick enough.
No.
Therefore, we're allowing Bangor to be able to rip the ball. Obviously, it's a difficult game. We're not out there, Dylan, but it's from what I can see just from my eye here, is the only thing Salford really need to improve on.
Take a video, put the bit. Take a video for the socials. Just get out of the shot.
Right. Salford look to progress. Here's Lucia Silva. Oh, she did try and recover. It's a good challenge in there from Lucy Welling-Mills. Now Now they're going to look to push. Has gone backwards, so it won't be called a knock-on. And now Bangor are going to look to hit coast to coast. Look at, brilliant challenge again, Danny Seeger.
Bangor are able to avoid it though with their quick passing plays.
They're showing good intricacy here, aren't they?
Very good. They know where the players are. They know where they need to pass the ball. It looks it. I'd say Salford's play a bit more rushed, I'd say, than Bangor's play.
You can see the vision. I think the vision there for Salford's play is
there.
Yeah.
Just not executed as well as Bangor, unfortunately, at the moment. But still time to grow into this game.
Of course. I mean, obviously, 15. I mean, it is 3 tries, but we have only played so far around half an hour. So
yeah, I think
still
about 15.
10 minutes and a half, 10, 15 and a half probably to go, as well as, an entirely different 40 minutes. I mean, Salford will have, their backs to the wall. They'll be at home though. They're at home and they're going to feel up for it. It's a cup semi-final, probably one of the biggest days in Salford Women's Rugby Club history. All these women, should be proud at that fact, anyways.
They should be. Of course,
but I think they're going to want to push and really make history and give Salford, a final to look forward to.
Who wouldn't want to? On their own turf, you're going to want to give a performance to remember.
Now, it's going to be a banger scrum. And, Salford did deal with the last scrum quite well. But I think it's the ability to for the backs to be able to show, the defensive quality here.
I don't think Salford have favoured these scrums as of yet.
Ball has come out as a pick-up here by their prop.
It's a good challenge, though.
And they're going to look to go really wide here. Number 12 looks to drive. Salford looking to put the challenges in, and they have.
Yeah, she was looking for the pass there to number 14, but didn't quite make it, but still managed to drive. Good yards.
Number 8. It's just so positive for Bangor. And it's just so unlucky for Salford, because they really are putting everything here. But
they're not leaving anything out of it. They are putting all their effort in there. But unfortunately, Bangor scored their 4th try of the game. Yet to convert one though. Yet to convert.
Dylan, for you personally, I just want to ask you, what, in your opinion, is Salford's, keys to the comeback? If I do say so.
I think we've highlighted it before, but I think just the whole getting out quickly. Like you said, Bangor are playing a very forward-heavy side here, and so Salford can't allow Bangor to progress into their half as much as they have been. So it needs to be quicker. Again, trying to drive into the spaces instead of trying to overplay it in places. Let's just hope they can recover from this.
Yeah, they're still. We can see the windows of opportunity. I just think the only thing that Salford really need to do, in my opinion, obviously, and it's way easier said than done, it's just crisping up that attacking play.
Yeah,
that when we're in that midfield area, trying to just make sure those passes are crisp. If we're doing one of those longer switches when we go from the 10 immediately out to one of the centres or potentially even a winger.
Yeah.
I think we just need to make sure that is just ever so slightly more crisp, and I think the opportunities will open up, and I think there will be an avenue for
that's the thing. I think
Salford to come back.
It's all there to be implemented. I just think they haven't implemented it as well as they can, because I've seen them play before. I know what they can do. I just think they need to not switch on a bit more, but I just think implement what they've been learning and what they've been doing in training a lot more.
Referee seems to be having a word with Salford. Obviously, what we forgot to mention as well is obviously the yellow card for Bangor has now expired.
Yes.
So we'll be back to 15 v 15.
That was number 11, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so. So she's been reintroduced back into the fold.
Tough angle here from 10-ish, but let's see, she hasn't yet been able to convert. So let's see if she can do it now.
That's unlucky.
Can't, unfortunately. So keeps that score as the 4 tries of 20-0. So still not out, still not fully out of the water, I'd say. Still able to claw something.
It's a mountain to climb, but it's a climbable mountain. We're not talking about Everest here. We're not talking about Everest at all. It's a situation where, Salford can, come back, really, flip a switch, turn on their attacking play and really try to open up this game. Don't you agree, Dylan?
Great analogy, Miles. Great analogy. Have you ever climbed Everest before?
No.
Has there been a period in your life where something's felt like climbing Everest?
It's not about me, mate.
Okay. When was the last time you saw us on a rugby pitch?
No, literally, honestly. It's the only reason we got relevance in the societies, mate.
Yep. Because two guys with two mics.
Amen.
Have you guys played this season?
Tom's just asked us if we played this season.
Does it look like we've played this season, Thomas?
Look at us. We're both in the shape of props, and we cannot touch a rugby ball. It's awful. Here's the kick. Alice Masters to collect.
Kick.
Has gone backwards. Oh, brilliant. To be fair, she has gone through some absolute punishment today.
Yeah.
I mean, she has getting the foul. She's gone through some absolute punishment today, Alice Masters, and she's taken it like a
That was
champ.
a big hit, to be fair. It was a big hit on the back of the head. Hopefully not too winded or anything. No, she looks alright.
Evie on it to take the tap and go for Salford. Viv Benninger immediately looks to drive through that wall of Bangor players.
I think Benninger's been class. She's been able to, gain the yards there.
Yeah,
done that multiple times as well.
I think
by the way,
defensively, Viv Benninger's actually been brilliant. We've seen her constantly, especially when we are in those situations where we're defending in our final third. When they're looking to adopt that crash-heavy approach. I think Benninger's actually been really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I believe that was Holly Howard just taking the ball in. Waylon Mills looks to push on. Referee has called.
Knock on?
Is it a knock on against Viv Benninger?
Did look here, but then again,
yeah. It's unlucky again for Salford. It's just what we were saying earlier, just making sure it's a bit more crisp, and I think Salford will be able to just open Bangor up a little bit. Here's the thing. It's not like from what I'm watching, I do believe that this is still to a degree a winnable game. I'm not watching this thinking
they haven't been blown out the water. They haven't been blown out the water like the men's team did against Liverpool Hope last week.
Yeah, exactly. It was not like a situation where, obviously, if we do take it back, the men within the first 10 minutes, you could just tell our boys were leaps and bounds above the ability of Liverpool Hope. Their
heads dropped. Liverpool has dropped.
Oh, of course. I mean, you'll see in the footage that comes out on SSTV soon. Liverpool Hope completely lost their heads, but the
women haven't here.
The women haven't.
It's all for women.
The women haven't. But what I'm saying is, in terms of ability, I actually think this is quite an even game.
Yeah. I do think that number 10, though, for Bangor here, looking to drive forward, goes all the way. I think has been their key player today and has scored their 5th try of the game.
The photographer's in the way before you guys.
Yeah.
I think has been their highlight player, the number 10.
Yeah, she's been brilliant. Obviously, off the tee, she's not been ideal. I mean, it does look like she's actually switching these duties, but I do believe that's her hat trick today, number 10.
Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. Obviously, that takes the score to 25-0. I mean,
it's impressive, isn't it?
She has had a 10 out of 10 game from that position. Obviously, she did the second try of the day, which was that full pitch run, and she's just almost replicated that, just going diagonally.
Yeah, it's just exploiting space, and then they've got the pace. When you've got the pace in that space, it's
scary.
It's scary.
It's
You
a
can't
scary
do much.
proposition.
You can't do much.
But here's 16. I mean, it's probably the hardest kick on the park, to be honest, for Bangor's number 16. But she is going to look to convert.
See, if I had that amount of space, if I saw someone in that amount of space and running towards me, I'm not going to lie, 2 foot's going in. Do you know what I mean? But unfortunately, can't do that in this game. Can't do that. Number 16 not able to convert there. So keeps that score.
It does leave the score currently at
25-0. 5 tries, 5 non-converted tries.
I mean, Dylan, we can't be seeing probably much more of the game to be played. I mean, we're probably looking at maybe 2-3 more minutes before the girls are brought in, and Byron gives them probably the biggest team talk of their lives.
They're going to need it. They're going to need it, unfortunately. They are going to need it. Hopefully Boothby can, as well, try and talk some good motivation to these girls.
Exactly. I mean, and those are just those are the people within the coaching staff today. I mean, we're talking about leaders on the pitch as well. Yeah. Evie Arnott is going to be in their ear. Fib Benegar, Danny Seeger. Exactly. They're going to be in that circle. They're going to be talking. They're going to be like, listen, it's not ideal, but this game's not dead.
No.
We have not had the season we've had.
No.
To crash out of the cup with a whimper. They're not going to believe that. And they're going to give absolutely everything on the pitch, even if they do lose, you know, with a less than ideal scoreline. You know these guys are going to give absolutely everything for this club. It's a good kick, and it's going to be recovered by Salford, and that is exactly what you want to see.
There you go. Bangor not be able to convert. So you never know. Bangor could crumble here. You never know.
Well, exactly. You never know what's going to happen if
chance.
Salford can open this scoreline. Are they going to be a bit more apprehensive? Are they going to be... is the game going to open up a bit?
We can hope and pray.
It's going to be a Salford scrum. Lucy Whaling Mills to feed this scrum. And we are going uncontested, it seems.
It's a change.
Here's Seeger. Brilliant spin.
Turd.
Brilliant play from Danny Seeger.
Taken down, though. Roughly halfway into Bangor's half there. Maybe just over.
Now Salford look to drive. It's played on. I mean, Bangor, you got to say their press has been excellent. Right?
Yeah,
I mean, they are just able, whenever we do play the ball back, to push with 3-4 bodies. Arnott.
They're going straight into the challenges there, as you see, even able to take down the captain, even Arnott.
But this is an improvement you can see from Salford, getting over players quickly.
Yeah, there you go. Silver takes that one there.
But they're getting over the players to make sure that the ball's not being ripped from dead ball situations. Oh, it's unlucky there. It has gone backwards. Well, here's a Salford penalty.
Looking for a touch and go, I reckon.
I believe Evie Arnott will probably kickstart this play. Here we go. Benegar.
Getting some pace there.
Brilliant.
Great drive.
And the chairwoman looks to lead by example here. And Salford open up their scoring account for the day. That's exactly what you want to see. Captain to chairwoman. That was absolutely exceptional from Salford. And, you know, that's the incentive now. That's the incentive to keep pushing forward and try and make this game, you know, ours.
Needed that before half-time there. Benegar able to gain the pace there in the middle of the park. And then unstoppable. Unstoppable. And it was class.
Exactly.
Brilliant play.
I mean, it's like you said, it's almost the perfect time to score. That little
you
boost,
wanted that. You needed that before the half.
That little boost before half-time. I mean, obviously, we're going to see Evie Arnott step up for a conversion here.
More than
Dylan.
confident of her.
But, I mean, can we just say that is exactly what we wanted to see. The chairwoman has gained the ball there, and she's no fear in the contact at all.
No chance.
And that all came from Salford, you know, being really good in their, like, defensively in offensive situations, like getting over, you know, their woman. Sorry.
I say it looked different to the play that we did before. It looked different. It had a different mentality to it.
That's the crispness we were talking about. That was absolutely perfect from Salford, and they were able to gain a penalty, and then go on and score. Evie Arnott's going to step up for her first conversion of the day.
More than confident, yeah. More than confident.
Exactly.
Takes the time with it.
It's a good kick,
Easy
and that is seven. That is 7 for Salford, and what a perfect end! What a perfect end to the first half. I mean, that was absolutely. I mean, that is perfect.
Is that half?
I do believe that is half. So we're going to go in front of the camera here, Dylan. We're going to go in front of the camera here. I mean, Dylan, you've got to say, if you're talking about the perfect way to end a half, that is what you want. That is what you want. It was a less than ideal, half of rugby, but the girls, they kept going, they gritted their teeth, and they've got exactly what I think they've deserved since about the 10-minute mark.
Look, we needed that. We said they had a good. Obviously, Bangor were offensively very good opening 10 minutes, but Salford weren't able to hold them off until they started scoring the tries, and then in that offensive position there, like I said, when they got able to gain the pace, and once she's gained that pace, it's gonna be hard to stop. You know what I mean? So much like Bangor offensive work, Benegar there taking on the offensive work greatly and scoring a try at a perfect time for me.
I mean, I think you touched on it there a bit. You know, there was just constant improvement throughout the half.
100%.
You know, obviously, I mean, if you hear that we're 25-0 down, that is less than ideal. But we maintained throughout the entire broadcast. We were actually playing some really nice rugby. We were playing some really nice rugby, and there was just constant improvement. And that, right at the end of the half, I think it just stemmed from us being able to maintain, you know, offensive possession, and then we just were able to open the play up exactly how we saw fit.
Yeah.
And I mean, if we go into the second half now, and we, you know, keep going at that type of rate, I mean,
carry that momentum.
Exactly. If we can maintain that momentum, we're looking at a very good prospect.
Dangerous. It's going to be dangerous if we can keep that momentum. Very dangerous.
And I think if we come back, this is one of the greatest, you know, comebacks in the history of Salford Rugby Union, men or women.
Wouldn't we? Like
this is one of the biggest games for the club, for either male or female. You know, the Northern Conference Cup semi-final. 64 teams started this tournament. We're down to the last 4. And I mean, in Peel Park, let's hope that the girls can get it done.
Home ground. Got the atmosphere. 25-7. The momentum's there. Well, it's going to have to keep going.
We're up for it, and we hope you're up for it. So we'll see you for the second half on SSTV.
Let's do it.
Right, we are back. Just about ready to start the second half, Dylan. I mean, great end to the first half. Yeah. What would you like to see in the second half for Salford to potentially, you know, get back in front?
Just crawl on that momentum that you just gained at the end of that first half, to be honest. I think we made a couple subs. Is that Emin Lamino there starting, coming onto the pitch? On the other side?
I do believe so, the number 18.
Can't see who else.
Danny Seeger seems to have gone, you know, back out further to that left side. Yeah. Potentially playing as a winger.
Look, again, I think it's just that momentum charge. You gained it. You got a try and conversion late into that first half. That mountain still got to be able to be climbed, you know.
Exactly. But like I said, it's not Everest.
It's not Everest.
It's possible.
What is it? Ben Nevis?
Yeah, it's Ben Nevis. It's Ben
Kilimanjaro?
Nevis. Yeah. Right, Salford looking to maintain the play.
Hard at there, finding the space, driving there. Collected by Holly.
Good play here from Salford. The two twin sisters linking up well. Here's Alice Masters. It's been ripped by Bangor. And then number 10 looks to drive. What has the referee called here? It is a Salford player potentially offside by the number 10, or she came in from the side. He hasn't indicated what he has called.
Well, that number 10 for Bangor, I think, being a highlight player for them, unfortunately. I think she's done best.
You can see there, number 10, number 20, the two twin sisters of Salford Women's Rugby Union, but here's the captain.
Great drive.
Running over so well. Benninger covers her.
There you go, good coverage. That's what we needed in the first half. Lucia Silva collects.
And plays it off to Libby Bullock. This is a very good start here. Bangor looking to rip.
Still a good position. Bangor looking to rip. They collected it there.
Now they're going to look to push. The number 10
goes for a kick.
The touch.
And takes it out.
A lot of positives here for Salford, though.
That was a good start. Very good start. Very good start.
Good start to the second half.
And like you said, when the player goes down, you need to cover them well. And I think that's what they did there well. Player goes down, you cover it and collect that ball and keep gaining yards well. That's what we needed more of in the first half, and we've done it there straight away.
It's going to be. I mean, you can hear Evie Arnott there, absolutely bellowing at her players, making sure that everyone's doing their job, and that's the leadership that you need. Holly Walker's going to take this line out here for Salford.
Our first line out, I believe.
I do believe it's our first offensive line out.
Yeah, our first line.
Here we go. We're going to go up, and it has gone backwards, and Salford looking to claim. Oh, I mean. I think she was going to call her to go that she was out. That would have been an awful call, but Bangor have been able to gain possession. Salford looking to run over.
We'll drive forward.
Here's the push from Bangor. Can Salford rip? She's going over the top, looking to rip. There hasn't been a release there at all by the Bangor player, and Salford, they are still pushing.
Quickly.
Taken down. Now she is trying to release. There is a Bangor player right in the way. It's a good run there.
Good little feint there. It's taken down though.
Oh, brilliant defensive. That's amazing rucking there. I believe that was Holly Howitt.
Silver gaining yards there. Goes down.
This is very good play here. Arnott looks for Danny Seeger, and it's just gone that bit forwards. So unlucky for Salford.
It's better though. You have to say that's been better offensive.
It's been a lot better. It's been a lot better. And Salford are going to be happy with the start that they've made in this second half. But obviously, as we can see, there was a previous advantage that was played in favour of Salford. I think maybe an offside.
Yeah. So it's gone back to the middle here centrally.
I mean, you've got to say this is a good area. This is a good area.
This could go left or right.
I mean, it's quite central as well. If we were able to potentially get something near under the post for another potential Evie Arnott kick.
We'll go out to the left.
And Evie Arnott's going to look to take it herself here. It's a great challenge from Bangor. But Salford immediately get over the ball.
They're there.
They're going to look to push. And it has just rolled out. And it's a Salford penalty.
You have to say it's a promising position. Oh, tried to take it quickly there. I don't know why it stopped. Oh.
Right.
Retake it.
A couple yards further back, I think it needed to be taken from. I mean, this is where you want to see Salford crashing with those forwards. Arnott. Supported by Benninger.
Crashes through. Benninger supporting.
Walker. Salford so close. Goes inside. I think this is Jess Jenkins. Does well. It's been good defensively from Bangor, to be fair, to push Salford back just that bit. Now Holly Howard looks to drive in. It's pushed again.
Plenty of players out here on the left.
Viv Benninger looking to drive. It's a good challenge. Salford have got to speed it up, I think, here. Here's Danny Seeger. Looking to drive through.
Great yards gained there.
And Salford back on the board again. The perfect start to the second half. I mean, they've started it as they've mean to go on. I mean, Dilan, is there something in the air? Dilan, is there something in the air?
This energy is different and I love it.
Exactly. I mean, that was brilliant. Bangor, you've got to bear in mind, it's the switch. When Bangor recovered the ball in the first half, I think they were really good at being able to maintain it. There wasn't enough pressure. Salford immediately initiated penalties and turnovers, and immediately they were able to push the ball out wider and wider and wider until Danny Seeger was available on that side. I mean, it's a difficult kick for Evie Arnott. Like, if I'm being honest, it's one of the harder ones on the park, to be honest.
It's Evie Arnott. It's Evie Arnott. It's Evie Arnott.
But, I mean, you've got to say, even if this weren't to be converted, it's going to be 25-12. Anyways, obviously, if she were to convert it, we'll go up to 14. I mean, Dilan, is there something in the air here?
Mate, I can't lie.
It's an overcast Wednesday in Salford.
Who cares about the weather?
And
Evie Arnott's on the ball
feeling
here.
it.
He's here, ready to kick 2 tries, back to back.
Here we go. Evie Arnott, 2-step up for Salford.
Takes the time with it. Takes the time.
It's a strong kick. And it's in. And it's in. It's brilliant again. Dilan.
What a kick that was then. What a kick that was.
Here we go. I mean, 25-14. 11 separates us currently.
Mate, I can't lie.
That is a converted try and an unconverted try to go ahead. It's not out the realms of possibility.
It's 2 more conversions than Bangor have managed to do.
Here's the thing: if Salford can keep it crisp, no silly mistakes, no unnecessary penalties, I believe we are playing the better rugby.
Look, I thought there at the end, look, when they were offensively there, they were up there. A couple offside decisions there from Bangor that went in our way, in our favour there. But we were able to capitalise on it. I thought we were going to overplay it. I thought we were, generally. I thought we were playing it out too much. But with the amount of penalties we were given, we capitalised on it well. And
here's Arnott immediately driving forward, doing so well. Salford women getting over her. Here we go. Libby Bullock.
Still great yards.
Brilliant from the second row. The second row linking up so well there. Libby Bullock and Holly Howard, the 4 and the 5. Here's Walker. It's gone backwards. Oh, referee.
Don't know about that.
It did go backwards. It's another Salford penalty.
Okay then. I like this.
Again, I think they're calling an offside. I think they've called an offside against Bangor here, and we are going to see a substitution for Bangor, I believe. I think that's what they were indicating. Sure. Yeah, the number 7 is going to make way here.
That's it. I do not like the back of their shirts. I cannot see their numbers properly.
I know, it's a bit of a rubbish kit.
Why is it not coloured in? I can't see the numbers. Oh, just my eyes.
Get ready, Matt.
Game on, Miles. Game on.
And Evion's going to look to kick for a line out. And it's a brilliant kick, you've got to say. That's really close to where, Salford are going to look to capitalise.
I think that's where they had that previous line out, just about where that was, didn't it? Yeah. Their previous line out was from there, and then from there they were able to score the try. So, I don't know.
I mean, you got to say, Byron, has obviously taken these women since pretty much the start of the season. Yeah. He is going to be absolutely overjoyed with, the effort and everything that they put in to not just the whole game, but especially the last 40 minutes or so. Oh, it's a good claim from Bangor.
Looking to drive here, but Salford not letting them out. Defending in numbers.
Looking to rip, and they're looking to run it over.
They rip? Nope. Bangor still got it. Looking for it again. 3 players around them. 4. Not able to take her down here yet, though.
I mean, it's a good push, you've got to say, from Bangor here.
That's the release.
And there is no release. And it's a Salford penalty again, and these are going to start to build up here.
This is it. I'll tell you now. If we can gain these sort of positions and play out from here, I'm telling you now, danger. Danger. There's only this peak left to climb. There's only the peak.
I mean, Dylan, we've probably played around 10 minutes of this second half so far.
Yeah.
We've probably played about 10 minutes, and I mean, maybe 15. You've got to say, this has
been some great rugby, hasn't it?
This has been
some great rugby. A mole.
Right. Well, we're going to see the scrum be fed.
Referee explaining to Lucia Silva what a mole is. Saw a couple of these in the men's game, didn't we? Against Liverpool.
Here we go. Uncontested scrum. Pushes to her sister, does well. Here's Amy Lamino. Plays it across. Seeger. Seeger looks to kick. I mean, you've got to say, Salford have got to push it now. Salford have got to push it.
What's he blow for?
It's unlucky for Salford. Penalty to Bangor.
What was the reason? She kicked it too close to the...
I don't actually know what that was given for.
I'm a bit confused as well, to be honest, but they're going to tap and go.
Need to press it in. Don't let him into the half.
Great challenge there. And here's the thing. Salford are just looking to nullify that forward-heavy game plan.
Yeah, don't let him into their half.
Brilliant for Bangor again.
To be fair, I don't think they have let him into their half this half. Have they?
Not so far. They're going to look to go again.
Let's keep this pressure up, Salford.
I mean, there is an advantage here, actually, for...
Oh, it's collected well by the 10 who kicks it.
It was a nasty bounce, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was unlucky, but 10 managed to claim well. Say Bangor's highlight player.
Oh, and it's a good drive here for Bangor. And they are going to get a try right under the post.
That's unlucky, that. That's unlucky.
It's unlucky for Salford because it's been, like, you've got to say, their players actually been brilliant over the last, 10 or so minutes.
Yeah.
It's just unlucky.
Yeah, it was that bounce, wasn't it? That bounce from the kick forward. I think it was the number 10 that kicked it forward. And then
it was
she was able to
bounce,
awkward bounce. Salford weren't able to claim, and then number 10 for Bangor managed to claim it and progress forward from there.
I mean, you got to think, we're probably going to see our first conversion of the day here.
I mean, you should do.
I mean, because it is right under the post, but...
Yeah.
I mean...
Yet to convert, though. Yet to convert.
I just pray that this Salford team doesn't drop their heads. It's 30...
They can't.
30, probably expected to be 32 to 14. I mean, they've just shown so much grit that I just hope that they don't completely drop their heads. And it's given.
Try converted. Makes the score 32-14 in favour of Bangor. But no, you can't let your head drop, even though you've had the momentum since that first try was scored for Salford. You can't let your head drop here. That mountain has just had a bit of snowfall, let's say. It's a bit of snowfall that you have to climb back up.
It's not an avalanche. It's not
not an avalanche. You're not swiped out by it or anything like that. It's just a bit more snow. Might have to put your different. Might have to switch the snow boots out. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I mean, they can do it. They can do it.
I've seen them. They can do it. Of course they can.
2 converted tries, and we're within 2.
And
converted
safe
tries.
to say, yeah.
Like, I mean, here's the thing. If we get the tries, I've got full faith that,
Oh, yeah,
that the Evie Arnott's going to get it.
I'm not even
We're going
worried.
to claim this. It's gone backwards.
Did not go forwards though. Did it? Might have to get a VAR. Charnock, can we get a VAR on that?
Not that quickly.
Unfortunately,
In the edit, mark down the time and I'll chuck it in the edit.
Alright, here we go. We have confirmation of VAR here at the 3G Appeal Park. Confirmation. You don't even get this in the FA Cup.
But we are going to see, right on the halfway line here, you know, a scrum in favour of Bangor University. Here we go.
Uncontested scrums as usual. Well, since the ref decided to
Stop contending.
Yeah. Back able to claim that here's the number 10 again.
Oh, it's a good challenge. Oh, and surely a knock on there. Doesn't matter. It's gone for a Salford ball.
Love that.
And Salford,
We have another sub come on for Salford here?
I
Someone
believe
else?
so. I think we're going to see.
Number 2 off.
Yeah, Holly Walker's been replaced here, as has, I believe, number 14, Jess Jenkins. Her day has come to an end. And we're going to see the introduction of, I believe it's Lucy Smith, that we're going to see the introduction of.
Number 16.
Sorry, Lucy Wright. My apologies, number 16. And let's see if Salford can, maintain their good momentum.
Is it our line out? Or?
No, I believe it's going to be a Salford scrum.
Oh, I thought it went out.
It did go out, but obviously I presume he called the penalty as soon as it has gone out.
My bad. So it's not the best.
Here we go, Salford scrum. And we'll be pushed out. And here we go. Salford looking for quick passing plays. Lamino
Feints.
does well. It's a good challenge from Bangor. Spins, presents.
Presents quickly.
Now here's Liv Ditchfield. Oh, that's great ruck in there from Libby Bullock.
If you're on the looks of the feint. Challenge. What?
No, it's Salford ball. I do believe Banger's player, I believe that's the number 13, number 12, did come in from the side. So
See, I can see the numbers from here, but it's just...
they are difficult to read, to be honest, Dylan, though. I see what you mean, because it's a black and green kit with black and yellow numbers.
Yeah.
So it's like...
Another scrum in the middle of the park here.
Exactly. We've seen a bit of rotation. Obviously, we've seen... Now it looks like Lucia Silva, who was formerly playing as the number 8, has gone and played... she's now playing as the hooker.
Oh.
Pulled back. Here we go. Salford looking to go again.
Got to be quick here. Got to be quick.
Seager
Outward.
spins. Does well.
You think there's a knock on?
I do believe it was a knock on by Danny Seager.
Did we need VAR for that one? Or?
No, to be honest.
Oh, that's alright then.
I mean, Dylan, who's been, in your opinion, like the highlights of this second half for Salford?
Why have you put that question on me? I don't. I can see the names. I just don't. Genuinely, I just think it is. I don't think there's been a highlight player this half. If I'm honest. Who do you think? Have you got a highlight player?
Yeah, I mean, I think Danny Seager's been, quite good in this in the second half. Obviously, got herself on the score sheet. I think Evie Arnott's maintained, a constant vein of class. I think our number 10. Apologies if you don't have a name right here with us right now. I think she's been very good.
No. But my mistake. I just think it's been a consistent performance.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say.
No. I got what you were saying. It's just like there's not been a standout player.
No, I wouldn't say so.
It's been a seasoned team performance.
High tackle.
Has been a high tackle.
It was probably high.
High tackle. Have we seen a yellow card be brandished? Have we seen a yellow card for Salford's number 10, unfortunately?
Yellow card.
Yeah.
I don't know who that was for.
It was Salford's number 10.
It was only one arm, but it was high enough. It was only one arm, but it was high enough.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlucky for Salford. Obviously, down to 14 for the next 10 or so minutes. Less than ideal.
Cheers for the heads up from Thomas Charnock. So I must have missed that one.
Right, here we go. We're going to see, I think, a tap and go here from Bangor. They do tap it.
Quick place.
Oh,
knocked.
knock on. Knock on advantage. No, he has called the advantage.
Okay, good. I was going to say.
Lucy Wright. Oh, it's a big challenge in there.
Advantage. Got a call back, surely.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Well done, ref. I think he's had a good game. No, he has had a good game. Ref has had a good game.
He has had a good game.
Judge the high challenges where we need to. I've seen a card or two, which I like to see as well sometimes.
Yeah, of course. Oh, I think it's needed.
When it's needed, of course. Not just dishing them out, but giving it for when it's needed.
Yeah, of course.
And he's had a good game.
I mean, he's been consistent. Obviously,
Yeah.
like, it's not nice to lose on number 10, but you know, obviously he gave the number 11 a yellow in the first half.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
for a high challenge. So he's got to make sure he maintains impartiality, and he's done that today. To be fair,
good on him. Good on him. And he's got his steps in as well because it's been an end-to-end game.
It has been an end-to-end game. There we go. We're going to see another uncontested scrum. Here we go. Evie Arnott looks like she's going to play. She's now playing number 10.
Kicked forward here.
It's a kick, and now Salford have got to give chase. Salford have got to give chase here. Their number 11 looks like she's going to collect.
Oh, it's missed. Let's give it time for Salford to claim it.
Challenge again from Danny Seeger.
Oh, brilliant play, you have to say. Brilliant play. That kick forward there.
Brilliant from Arnott. I mean, Arnott is probably our most technically proficient player in this side.
Yeah,
and she really shows her class every game. What was the referee call?
Issue with the kick.
An issue with the kick from the referee. So it will be a Salford penalty in quite a high area.
That was brilliant, you have to say. The kick forward from
Evie Arnott.
I was trying to how many yards. Couldn't even tell you.
Probably about 45. It was absolutely incredible.
Great.
I mean, here's the thing, Dylan. We played probably around 20 minutes of this second half. I think if we are going to think about a potential comeback, a try in the next 4 minutes is like 4 or 5 minutes is quite imperative.
We have to say the position we're in right now. That dream could come true.
Good play, it's Benninger.
Not taken down yet. Is taken down now.
Now she presents.
Presents
Picked up.
well.
This is good play here.
Got shoulder first into that challenge is taken down. Presenting.
Bangor will look to rip, but Salford now play.
Look at
now
the
they've
space
got to
on
go
the
wide.
left.
Seeger looks to drive centrally. One more, does well. Right onto the post for Salford. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, that was absolutely tremendous from Salford. That's why I highlighted Danny Seeger as one of our key players. I mean, everyone, you could hear Byron even on the side screaming for her to go wide. Takes the initiative, just drives centrally brilliantly, and it's an absolutely brilliant pass to Fiona Hutchinson.
Listen to Byron is all I'll say. Listen to Byron. Look, he called it and bang.
Here's the
there
thing.
you go. You scored your third try.
Exactly. Evie Arnott right under the post again. These are the positions we need to be getting her in.
She did very well there to run it under the post, didn't she?
I mean, I think absolutely brilliant performance there. I thought the defensive rucking was absolutely brilliant, but Fiona Hutchinson actually kick-started that play as well. Covered at 9, and then she got the fruits from what was her layup. Here we go. Evie Arnott
Comfortable position. I'm not even going to look.
will step up, and it's a good kick. It's always a good kick. It's Evie Arnott, for goodness sake.
Easy.
I mean,
Pressure.
Dylan, that takes it to 21 to 32. 21.
How long we played?
We played around 20 minutes, maybe 25 of the second half.
Really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So we've got 15 to 20 minutes to go.
I reckon we get some tries.
It's not impossible.
Oh, that snow has melted.
Let's hope, Dylan. I mean, here's the thing. I think around the time now is when the belief begins, you know.
Oh, it has to.
I think Bangor are going to wake up as well, because I think after we scored right at the start of the second half,
Yeah.
I think they clocked that they were getting ever so slightly too comfortable,
Yeah.
and they were able to go and get that that following try.
Fair play to Bangor. They haven't let off the
Great
pressure
collection from Libby Bullock.
They haven't let off any pressure at all. They're still putting Salford under great pressure, but Salford need that pressure, to be honest, to be able to perform.
On it. Does well. Lucia Silva.
Great drive.
Good drive.
Look at the shirt.
Lamino. Does well. Presents. Oh, surely a penalty there. You cannot do that at all. The number 4 from Bangor. Going through the legs of Evianet.
Silly.
And will Evianet potentially look to kick the touch again?
I mean, a kick wouldn't be too bad here, would it? Because the girls are ready.
Or we may be looking at a tap and go, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, she is going to kick for touch.
They're going for it.
It's a good area. It's not a bad area.
That's
Here's
not
the
bad
thing, we
at
can
all.
make something happen here.
Similar to position to what they've done before where they scored the tries. I wouldn't say it was there. Push it a bit further, ref. Go on. Lucia Silva to throw.
Yeah, Lucia Silva, obviously. Holly Walker did come off. Lucia Silva now covering at hooker. Yeah, she came up. Yeah. She's now covering at hooker.
Are we still at 14? No, are we?
Are we still at 14?
Players.
Yeah, we are.
Oh,
It's a good claim for Bangor. It's a good challenge from Fid, though.
Oh, it's gone backwards.
Just to hit it backwards. Now, can Salford get over the ball?
Still problems in position. Can they take it? They can't, but it's another great challenge there.
It's a good play
Number
again.
10 kicks it forward.
And it's a smart kick, to be honest. Alice Masters collects it here.
Got time to think about
Skips the challenge brilliantly.
Managed to bring it back to the halfway line.
Here we go. Silva. Here's Amy Lamino.
It's got to be quicker here. It's got to be quicker.
Holly Howitt. Taken down. Salford just gaining yards, piece by piece. Good play. Fib Benega. Silva, it's gone backwards. She dives on it, she's presented it the wrong way.
Oh dear.
No, it's fine, she's adjusted. Salford still in possession. Salford's 20, looking to go here.
Sars.
I think he's called her to have gone to touch. Called a line out for Bangor.
Surely it came off a Bangor player, so. Oh, it came off the Bangor player.
Is that what's been... No, it's been called for Bangor.
Oh, dear me. It's getting a bit chilly now. Temperatures have dropped a bit. Our hands are freezing.
Amen.
But
Anything
we're
for
here
the
in
club.
support. We're here in
Anything
support.
for the club.
We want this game. We want this game. And there's still time. There is still time.
Here we go. Line out for Bangor University. Oh, good contest from Salford. Brilliant. And Salford do... The line-out ball wasn't straight. The line-out ball's been adjudged to not have been straight. It's going to be a Salford penalty. Here we go. It's going to be a Salford scrum. Here's the thing. We've been... since it has gone uncontested, we have actually been able to claim the scrums
we have.
a bit more. So, that is benefiting us for now.
Yeah, for our advantage, definitely. I think when it was contested, I think
Yeah.
we were struggling a bit, but I think the uncontested scrums have actually gone in our favour, which is good.
Yeah. I mean, we're surely going to be just a few short minutes away from being restored back to 15 players here.
Yeah, surely. I was going to say, it's been quite a while now.
It's going to be rolled out. You can see their 9 is absolutely itching. We've gone around the other side. I think there was a knock-on by Salford. Yeah, there was a knock-on. It's unlucky. Are Bangor going to take a scrum for their penalty themselves? It does look that way. I mean, Dylan, what's your reflection so far? Obviously it's probably around 10, 15 to go. What's your reflection of, this performance by Salford?
Well, I'll go back to the mountain. It's snow's cleared a bit. But for us, it's looking a bit more toasty up there. So why not exploit that toasty weather and, climb that mountain? Because we're there.
Amen.
It's touching distance.
It's a good challenge, but Bangor are looking to make a bit more snow fly on top of this mountain here. They are pushing well. Here's their 11. Salford have got to be strong here.
Oh, it's a weather warning in place.
Oh, it's a good challenge though, because she dragged her out to touch. She's done well, and that will be a Salford line out.
Very clever, very well done. I really need a win. I'm dying.
Well, thank you for leaving that in the broadcast, Dylan.
Thank you.
Sorry.
I'm gonna love to hear that at the edit.
Here we go. Does look like Frankie Manning, the number 10, has been reintroduced, and she is going to take this line out. And it's a good line out there.
Plays out wide, good throw.
Lucia Silva.
Look at the space on the left, I have to say.
You can hear Evie Arnott bellowing at her players. Oh, Frank.
Knock on.
Yeah, I thought that was a knock on as well, but here we go. They're 10. They're 10. Looking to progress. Alice Masters does well in the challenge. Evie Arnott looks to stop the Bangor player in their place. Oh, good challenge again from Danny Seeger. Benniger, and I believe that's Fiona Hutchinson straight into the challenge. Oh, and it's an interesting kick, and it will cause issues because the 11 could claim, and she does. Salford look to rip. Bangor look to rip straight back.
Bit of crowd in the way here.
Exactly, a bit of impairment in our vision, but it does look like Salford are able to claim. Tom Charnock is absolutely fuming. His shot's just being messed up.
It was a great shot, little zoom in on there. It's not been filmed.
I mean, to be fair, the crowd viewing area is on the other side. So, I don't know what's going on.
It's all right. It's okay.
I think it's the parents of them, don't they? Or at least the dad.
Good play. Right, now, this is where Salford need to get out. It's a good kick. It's a good kick, and it's going to be an awkward one for 15 to gather.
Claims it, though. And drives.
But goes straight at Danny Seeger, who will take her down. Salford, can they get over? Can they rip? So they have ripped. Brilliant from Arnott. Arnott presents. Completely offside there. Fiona Hutchinson. Good play. Manning does well. Here's Seeger.
Can she find the space?
Does well. Frankie Manning. Here we go. Salford looking to build. Here's Alice Masters.
Looks to exploit. It's taken down.
Here we go. Salford are going to go again. They're going really coast to coast here. And it's gone for a banger line out. It's unlucky again.
Did they just say 3 cheers for Bangor and then no one cheered?
Here we go. Banger line out. Can Salford potentially take this?
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, but Salford, can they? What's been called here? I believe. Has he called another banana ball? In terms, what I mean by that, yeah, he has. The line out again wasn't straight for the referee's liking. Can't be evenly contested, so Salford are gonna. I know you can't actually, mate.
Swap with it.
Yeah. No, give it to bits 5 minutes.
Oh,
go for a win.
I'll comment.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I can hold it.
Are you sure? Right, okay. Here we go. It's going to be a Salford scrum here. Salford scrum. Slight delay. Here we go. Fed in by Frankie Manning. It's gone backwards.
Not a knock on, not a knock on.
Manning picks it back up.
Challenged immediately.
Oh,
Kick
Arnott.
forward by Arnott, though.
Here we go. Salford's press has to be perfect.
Not
here.
taken.
Here we go. Lucy Wright and Alice Masters will get on it. Here we go. ripped again, though. You got to say, the number 10 for Bangor has been absolutely brilliant today.
Yeah. It's gone down.
Now they're going to look to push. Again, with that crash-heavy game plan. It's a good challenge by Libby Bullock. Bangor get over. Again, you got to expect they're going to crash again. It's a great challenge, though, from Fiona Hutchinson. You got to say he's been one of Salford's MVPs in this second half. Oh, strong play here from Bangor. And Salford really has to tighten up defensively here. But the referee has called... He's called it for a Salford penalty. He's not quite indicated what he's called, but it's a tap and go. It's Frankie Manning.
Don't think they realised it yet,
Frankie
but
Manning
it's gone.
The Bangor defence are asleep. Now, Salford have to get over.
Score 21 Salford, 32 Bangor. Oh, I've got it's the MVP streak.
Now looking for the push.
Still in that far
Manning
position over there.
Takes it out of the ruck. It's a Salford advantage. Here's Salford number 17. Pushed up for the line out, but it will go back for the previously given advantage.
Wait, do you want to go to Luke? One of them can camera up and I'll commentate for a bit if you want to go to Luke.
I'm being joined with a new broadcast partner. I'll be joined by Tom Charnock. Tom, how are you doing today?
I'm doing really well. Unfortunately, someone needs the loo. So he's gone.
But Tom, let me just quickly grab your thoughts on this game so far. Obviously, it was a less than ideal start. Conceded 25 in the opening 20. But I think defensively, we've been absolutely brilliant since around the 20-minute mark of the second half.
I also wouldn't count them out because I saw them at training on Monday, and there's some interviews that you can see on Salford Sports. But they had such good discipline of the rules. That's what they were prepping on Monday, and they showed it in the game. I think I saw one time in the first half where they gave a forward pass, but the rest of it, they were
Liv
brilliant.
Ditchfield, though, has ridden a couple of challenges here, and she's weaving in and out. I mean, you got to say, she's probably been one of Salford's key players. Like today, she's been absolutely brilliant. I think defensively the two centres have actually been brilliant as well, but nothing will really compare to this woman here. Obviously,
and of course Evie on it, who could not go down. Was that 3 or 4 had to stop her?
Oh, they've done a good job of ripping today, though. Now, here's number 9. She's going to look to run it out. Bounces backwards.
Fumble.
Oh, it's an awkward ball here, and I believe a knock-on has been called in favour of Salford. Oh, it's a good position to gain a penalty here. I mean, obviously, the score does sound a bit more dramatic than obviously rugby works. It's 32-21, I believe. But obviously, a converted try, if we are able to claim it here, that will take us within range of an unconverted try.
Definitely, and you can see they are literally 6 feet away from scoring.
Exactly.
And it's an uncontested scrum.
It will be an uncontested scrum. I mean, I think the key player from here is going to be Danny Seeger, because I think immediately what's going to happen is I believe Manning's going to take it immediately out of that scrum and play Seeger with rapid pace and look for Seeger to push. Obviously, Seeger did get on the score sheet. She's got an assist for herself as well today. She's had a good game for Salford. But here we go. We're going to see the uncontested scrum, and it's a number 8 pickup actually by Fiona Hutchinson, looking for her second try of the day. Goes down. Manning, Ditchfield.
The right side's still thin from the scrum. Can they?
Ditchfield. Manning's going to have to cover that number 9 duty. Hutchinson. Here's Danny Seeger.
Is that a try?
Lucy Wright.
Just score it. She's pushed out before.
Unlucky.
She should have
So
just gone
unlucky
down.
for Salford.
I think she was where she could go down, but I think she wanted to try and give them a chance at a conversion.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's a sticky opportunity there, but we're going to see a line out. I mean, if Salford could win this, we're right back to where we started. Here we go. I mean, Bangor have been absolutely brilliant from their line-outs today. Here we go. It's going to be fed. Oh, it's a great claim, you've got to say. And Bangor, will they look to kick potentially? Manning straight on that high press. And Salford just looking to break up the play.
They've dampened the speed of the attack.
It's going to be played. They're going to do that crash-heavy approach that we saw in the first half.
They go to try and go wide. Salford defence is moving with them. They're not letting a gap open up.
We have seen a head injury there. Obviously, we don't want to see that at all. We've seen 2 Salford players down actually.
They want wide on the injuries.
Is this 2 of them with a head injury?
I do believe so. I mean, obviously, we've seen it's been a very physical game today, Tom. Obviously, these women have left absolutely everything on the pitch. So, it's not surprising that at this point of the game, a few injuries are going to creep in. And, we can see Manning, she's getting up right now. I believe it's Frankie Manning. She's going to get up. She's going to continue. Obviously, I believe that maybe...
I didn't see the number.
I think it may be Lucia Silva is down. Obviously, she's covering at hooker, taking some quite gnarly hits.
She's an incredibly strong player as well. You do want her on the pitch if you can.
Yeah.
Dylan's back. He's going to take the mic from me. It's been nice speaking to everybody.
Thank you very much, Tom and Charnock.
Who took over camera duties while Dylan needed the loo.
Hey, that wasn't...
Tom said it already, mate. So.
Great.
He came to me and he said, I need a wee-wee. And I said, don't worry, I've got you.
Right, I'm not...
I love it.
This is my final game on SSTV, everyone.
I'll get that audio clip edited and sent off to your rugby union guys. It's great.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Dylan, please don't leave SSTV. We need you, mate. No one else is funny.
Up.
They need me.
Is she going off?
We're just Lamino down.
Amy Lamino. It was Amy Lamino that was down.
What happened? Did she just get hit?
I think to be fair, it was quite a nasty challenge. She put in a shift today. To be fair, though,
just come back from injury as well, Amy. You don't want to risk anything.
Exactly. I mean, we spoke to her before. Like she said, she wasn't starting today just because fitness issues and stuff. But let's hope it's nothing too serious.
Yeah,
today.
no, hopefully not. Apart from that, what else happened? Anything else?
Salford almost got a try.
Nearly. No, I did see that. Yeah, I did see it.
Oh, it's a good challenge from Holly Howard, but they've ridden it. They've ridden it really well, and it's coming down to Alice Masters here. She's got to be perfect, and she was. But number 17 is going to look to carry. Oh, it's great play from Bangor.
Good recovery.
Oh, brilliant from Lucy Wright, and they spilled it. Oh, but it's just been dived upon. And it's a Salford ball. It's a Salford ball.
Incredible recovery there from Salford. Against someone to play. You thought they were through. No. Masters at the back there. Able to deteriorate.
Brilliant last-ditch defending, wasn't it?
Beautiful.
Right, Dylan, we are probably looking at most 6 minutes to play. At most.
6 minutes to play. The score's what?
At
32?
At most.
32 to 21.
Here's the thing. I think if Salford are going to come back in this and potentially have this grand comeback, we need to score off this play. We can't have the ball going out.
No, it needs to happen now, doesn't it?
It needs to happen off this play.
It needs to happen.
And then we need to just have like the push of all pushes.
100%. So let's see what they can do here. Obviously, Bangor deep into Salford. No, not deep, but halfway into Salford's half here.
I mean, I say 6 minutes. It could be less. It could be less. I've got 30 on my timer currently. But
on a kick forward,
we did start
big
a bit late. Now Salford have to be able to press this. They're going as one. Seeger, brilliant challenge. She's been absolutely unbelievable for Salford today.
Incredible.
Well, she's going to look to push the 17. Haven't seen too much of her today, but she has had an impact. And we push. Frankie Manning still down.
Last play, go!
A Bangor just going to look to push that little bit more.
Last play, go! Last play!
We're hearing a couple calls of last play, so this may be it by the end of this play.
Shouldn't be, but don't know how long ref's got on his watch.
It's well played. Yeah. We're hearing calls of its time. Salford are going to look to push, obviously, if they were able to get the score to 28. Even if this were, not to be their day, I think they'll be happy getting as close as possible. Lucia Silva.
They have climbed. They pushed on very well this half.
I think the performance has been excellent.
Oh, it's been class. You can't push.
I think the bottle has just been extraordinary. I just don't. They haven't let themselves down at any point in this game.
No chance. No way in hell.
The referee he's called a foul, but obviously it's a Salford possession, so we will continue. Here's Manning.
Touch and go. Taken down.
Fiona Hutchinson. Lucia Silva looks to drive.
Great drive there.
Played on. Can Salford get it just that bit wider?
That's Holly there on the wing, I believe.
Ball's gone out. It's a Salford line out. Obviously, it's still in Salford's possession, so if time has expired, or is it a Salford penalty I can see? Yeah.
I believe, yeah.
But obviously, as it's a Salford possession, they're not going to call time. They're not going to call time, but obviously...
Even if they do get this try, though, you're going to be...
Yeah,
you have to be watching the clock, aren't you?
Yeah. We're going to see a tap and go. It has to be a tap and go.
Yeah, no point.
You know, we can't settle for any less than a try. Here's Arnott.
Plays it out. Bullock.
Here we go. She's going to push. Oh,
Drops
it. It's recovered by Ditchfield, though.
Presents. Holly. Looks to feint.
Great play, Salford for a try. She's done it.
Walker with the try.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
32 to 26
I have to
miles.
apologise. I've been calling her Fiona Hutchinson all game. That was Holly Walker that's just got the try. Absolutely brilliant. I mean, she's had a great game. 2 tries.
Christ.
Evie Arnott from just under the post. Here we go.
So close.
This is a game and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Game and a half.
Evie Arnott's been absolutely brilliant today. She kicks.
And she
It's gone in.
scores.
And that is time. So unlucky for Salford.
That's unlucky for Salford.
Had an absolutely brilliant performance. All these girls need to, keep their heads up high
Oh, they deserve a pat on
because
the
it
back,
was
'cause that
absolutely tremendous.
incredible performance. Incredible performance from the girls there.
I mean, the final score will finish 32-28 to the University of Bangor.
Yes, that is right.
But
that
I mean,
was tight.
You've got to say, we'll go in front of the camera for this last bit. Yeah. I mean, it was an absolutely brilliant performance. I mean, actually, before we go on, I'd like to see a good bit of sportsmanship here. Actually, I mean, it's really, it's devastating.
That's devastating.
It's devastating because the girls really did give everything today.
Yeah.
And it was so close.
They fought then. They fought.
Yeah.
It was just that final peak.
Exactly. It was just like,
There,
it was such an aggressive first half from Bangor, and you could really see our quality was shining once we got into those later stages of the game.
Honestly, that play in the second half was incredible. I don't know what. Even that first try though. That first try they scored it late in the first half was just like momentum switched. It switched, and I know the Bangor didn't switch off. They didn't switch off. They didn't leave anything. They didn't turn off at all. They kept Salford under pressure, but Salford able to capitalise on that pressure, and they managed to fight their way into this game. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough just at that final bit.
I mean, Dylan, just for this final bit before we go into the interviews, I've got to ask you for your Salford Sport TV man of the match.
I think just then, Holly Walker with that final try there, I think 2 tries I think she scored that game. I think her play was great offensively, just determined to play. All the girls were. It was hard and genuinely hard to pick man of the match, but I think I'll give it to Holly Walker.
All right, Dylan, thank you, and we'll go straight into the interviews.
Sorted.
Hi, Miles and Dylan here from Salford Sport TV. I mean, we're joined here by Eloise and Emma. Great performance, guys.
Thank you.
I mean, how are you feeling after, you're in the final now?
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, very excited. My first time in a cup final.
Yeah.
And not yours.
Not mine. But, really excited. I think Salford really gave it to us today, to be fair. I think we made it a little bit difficult for ourselves. But, at the end, when we had our circles, some of the girls were like, oh, wait, so have we won then? So, yeah, very excited.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great performance. I think particularly what won you that game was, the first 25 minutes, you guys were absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah.
25 up within the first, 30 or so minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, was that, fast start, that high press, that quick push, to beat them on such, defensive territories and crash heavy?
Yeah.
Was that, the game plan you wanted to come in with?
Yeah, I think sometimes, obviously, being in North Wales, we have a lot of long journeys. So I think we're sometimes at risk of coming off the bus being a bit sluggish. And I think if you come into the game a bit slow, then you kind of lose the game sometimes. We play down in South Wales a lot, so we kind of know that. Obviously, today wasn't a big trip, but we were like, let's get off the bus, put those 20 minutes in hard, and then made it a bit harder after that.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great performance, and I mean, we got to say, from our standpoint, it was a great game of rugby to watch. I think, what was your thought process in the second half when maybe Salford did get a bit more momentum? You guys really grit in and were played well defensively, especially within those last 15 minutes. What was going through your minds in those moments?
Just sticking to what we know and sticking to the contact, not shying away from any of it.
All right, thank you.
Sorry, I'll come in up. I think you played a very forward-heavy game. I think that was probably the game plan.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Don't know. I just sort of go with it and see what happens.
No, we did highlight you on the commentary. To be fair, I think you had a great game,
Thank you.
as did the rest of the team, and obviously you're in the final now. So look forward to that. We would like to give you the
Oh,
honorary
fantastic.
Baby Bells as
Amazing.
your
So full of
highlighted player award.
We actually, one of our players, she isn't here today, but she on her Instagram rates cheese, like random cheeses. So this will be very well received
Tell her to
by
write
her.
that. Yeah, very
Perfect.
well done.
Thank
Thank
you.
you very much.
Jockabow. Cheers.
Cheers.
Right, Miles and Dylan here, Salford Sport TV, joined here by Salford alumni, first team women's coach Byron Reid. I mean, not the result we were looking for, but what an unbelievable performance from the girls.
Yeah, I mean, look, they came here and maybe everyone was a little bit umming and ahhing about what was going to happen today because they're a league above. Bangor, third, fourth in the league, so they're doing well themselves. So to be able to come here, first 20 minutes, I would say, probably not our best, and those kind of things can be worked on. But that second half was some great rugby, because I think at the end of the day, we went into that, that second half 31-7, and I think it ended up being 28-30 something.
No. So it was 25-7 at half time, and then 32 to 28.
There you go. That's 4 tries or 3 tries for us in the second half, and 1 for them. Yes, I know. Obviously, that wasn't enough. But listen, you can't hate on that or really dislike the effort that they put in.
Yeah, I think. We mentioned this a lot on the commentary. I think defensively in the second half we were absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I think we were really unlucky with the try that they did score in the second half. It was a really unlucky bounce. It was an awkward one to deal with. But I think defensively, Danny Seeger in particular was putting in some absolutely rockets of challenges. Liv Ditchfield I thought was great defensively. I think we had a really good performance. I just think we were just so unlucky because of how the day started.
Yeah, 100%. I think that's what I challenged their girls to say, listen, first 20 minutes, let's get off the mark. They wasn't able to, but had they, I think we would have turned these over today. And I genuinely believe that, because Danny had an absolute game and a half. I asked for line speed from the girls, and she was the first one up, and she was making some shots, and from the sideline, it sounded like a gunshot. One of them, where it was, in the first half, I believe it was, just genuinely just sounded like an absolute gunshot. And I think that is when you've got to look at yourself and go, right, if she's performing for me, I can perform for her and for everyone around. And I think after that, the girls just grew and grew. We got that try at the end, and then the second half, as we know, went kind of our way.
Yeah, this will be my last question before I move it to Dylan. For you now as a coach, how do you approach, the next couple of days, next week? Because obviously we know what we're still building towards, which is varsity. But for you, what is next?
I think it's the small intricacies. I believe the girls have things to learn on, and listen, it's about pushing them to go to training, and when they're at training, and creating an environment where they want to come and train. Listen, it might have not gone our way today. My first ever loss as a coach, so it will probably stay with me a little bit. But I truly believe that, if you just get down training, and the things that progress are from training, and I think that's just the message that has to be echoed: training.
All right, perfect. I'll move you on to Dylan now. Thank you, Byron.
I ain't got much to say, Byron, to be honest. But Miles covered everything, to be fair. But unlucky with the result at the end. But the girls fought hard, and like you said, do you think they kind of bounced off that momentum you kind of got in the first half with the try at the end? Do you think that momentum carried what was said at half time to kind of,
bolster them?
Yeah,
no, 100%. I said to him, Holly Walker went over for that try just before the second half, and I said that changed my team talk.
Yeah.
A try, a goal before half-time, everyone knows can change the dynamic of a game, and I truly think it changed the dynamic of the game. I said, listen, we're on the front foot. I know there's 15 minutes break now, but we're on the front foot. Let's really get at it. And listen, I asked them, and they delivered.
Yeah, no, perfect. So, obviously, you first lost, like you said, but you can't take it to heart because the girls put in that performance.
Yeah, no,
it was that close.
I think when you lose, all I ask is you put in everything. Yeah. And that first 20 minutes, they were maybe, a bit short, but I could tell, even though they were struggling, they were putting in, 90%, and then for the rest of the 60, before and after half time, that was 100, if not 110%.
Yeah, you can't ask for more for that for the second half. Appreciate it, Brian.
Thanks so much. Mate.
Miles here, Salford Sport TV. I'm joined here with club chairwoman Fidelia and club captain Eviana. Obviously not the result we wanted.
I know.
But how are we feeling after that great performance?
Honestly, minding the result, I'm actually so proud of the girls. We've done really, really well, and considering from our first match to now, and it's the cup semi-final, which we've done the best we have in whole 3 years we've both been playing. Genuinely so proud of all of us.
Yeah. I think if we didn't, I will say probably in the first 15 or so minutes we didn't play that well. Like they did just have us, they got off on the better foot, I think, and maybe if we changed that, then I think we would have won, because I think we outplayed them in more stuff. Definitely in scrums.
Yeah.
I think we absolutely bodied them in that, which I'm really proud about. But yeah, it's gutted that we didn't start off on that quick 15. But if not, I'm really proud of them despite that.
Yeah, I mean, we mentioned it. I think you guys should be absolutely over the moon with your performance. I think you guys grew into the game. You've got to bear in mind Bangor are the league above.
Yeah.
You know, they're contending in that league as well. I think Byron mentioned in his interview that they're only 3rd or 4th.
Yeah,
I mean, what can you guys take from the fact that you had a team that are, you know, in terms of like league position above you, that you absolutely bodied them in the second half?
I think we should take from that we do not belong in the league that we're in, to be honest. That we should probably be in a higher league, considering that we did outclass them in the second half. Like, whatever they say, like, we did absolutely batter them in this second half, and I'm just so proud of how we all played.
And I think as well, us managing to actually hold them up, considering their place in the league above us, was really well, and should have been a better score, but we take it as it is.
Yeah, I mean, Fid, just like a word on your performance, I think you were brilliant. Especially, we mentioned early defensively that you were so imperative in making challenges, and obviously you opened the scoring today. I mean, how do you feel that your role as club chairwoman, seeing that all these girls together, like coming around, being united, you know, how do you feel after such a great performance despite the result not going anywhere?
I think like just as a whole, like it's really well played, and like just through our team talks, and like we're all really good mates with each other, so like that also does help, because like we'll just have a little laugh and a joke around, and like tell each other, so like and little like things to work on for our game, like going into next week. We'll do that in training, and then hopefully win next week and just take everything on the chin. And
Evie, your performance as well, we said was absolutely brilliant. Obviously, we mentioned on the broadcast your kicking ability has always been unreal, but I think your leadership has been absolutely tremendous. And as club captain, I mean, what can you take from, you know, this group of girls who, you know, started the year never played rugby with each other? I mean, how proud are you to see, you know, your side come together and be like so united as one?
Yeah, like unbelievably proud. Like going in from like the first game of the season, we were a bit like jumbled, messy, whatever. We didn't have proper structure going through games. But now, like, if you reflect back up to this point, then we have just come on leaps and bounds, and as a group, because we've all moulded together so well that we can just play together completely united as a team, and I think that's really impressive just to do that within one season. So I am really, really proud of us all.
Brilliant. Thank you guys so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Salford Sports TV here. I'm joined today with the player of the match, Holly. Holly, obviously, bar the result, how was it to play in a semi-final today?
Oh, it was amazing. We've never ever gotten this far. No. Even in the league, we've never had like a final or anything like that. No. So to make it this far was so impressive, and I'm so proud of him.
Yeah. What would you think of obviously playing at home and it's better atmosphere in it? You didn't want to play this away.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think that the travel time would have put us off, definitely. We probably wouldn't have played as well as we did, because obviously we played really well. And to be at home and have all friends and family watching makes it better.
No, that's great. So we thought, obviously, probably not the best start you could have made, obviously, but then we thought you grew into the half, and especially that try that you got at the first half, then be able to gain the momentum going into the second half. Did you feel like you gained that momentum at half-time? Like, how did you feel at half-time going into that second half?
It was definitely the try. I think we had more of a positive mindset from the half-time, because we had a few words with Byron, and he just told us that we've got to get our head in the game, and we did.
Sorted. What do you think your highlights were? Obviously, you scored 2 tries, I believe it was. Are you impressed with your performance individually?
Yeah, I am, because I've never played a forward position before. Oh. I'm usually inside centre, so to be in the forwards is big. Yeah. And I thought I did all right, to be fair. Held me up.
No, that's what we gave you. That's what we gave you player of the match. Do you think the teams, obviously, at the beginning of the season, you know, never actually played together before. Do you think the teams, you've made it to the semi-final? That's something to be proud of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, do you think the team can go forward from here and keep progressing?
Yeah, definitely. I think the league is still up for grabs.
Yeah.
and we're literally just best friends. Like,
Yeah.
we love each other so much, and there's so much love in the team. So I think that with that type of teammates and that bond, you're definitely going to get somewhere.
That's it. You want the chemistry on the pitch, and it's clear that you've got it. And you're always still having a laugh on the pitch as well, even though you're losing. But it was such a close game. You can't be broken-hearted by it. So that's why we're giving you player of the match. We thought you had 2 tries. You played well. Your determination was great. So our player of the match award is a packet of mini eggs.
Thank you.
So I hope you cherish that, because that is an expensive packet. £2 a bag, nearly. So,
You're joking.
Yeah, it's pretty mental. So enjoy that.
Thank you.
And
I will.
well done on your performance today.
Thank you so much.
Right, I mean, Dilan, dust is settled. Unlucky. That's the only word I think we can use to describe today's game. It was a great performance. The girls showed so much grit, so much determination, so much tenacity. They were so good in that second half.
It was too good. Sorry, I cut you off. I thought you were going to say more. I just thought that second half was just incredible. Obviously, they didn't make the start that we wanted to. We spoke to Byron about that, and the players. They weren't happy with the start, but that momentum they gained after that first try and late in the first half, that momentum carried on, and whatever was said at half time it worked, and they carried that momentum, managed to gain a few tries in the second half, but Bangor didn't sleep off. They didn't stop with that relentless pressure, but Salford can't be disheartened by the performance.
I mean, what you can say is every single woman who played today was outstanding. They left
incredible.
absolutely everything on the pitch. No one gave 50%. No one, looked to hide. Nothing like that happened. Every single person put in their shift. Yeah. It was tremendous. And, I mean, you've got to say, obviously, if we're looking forward, varsity is going to be an absolute train wreck.
If they're playing this well against, face it, Salford weren't favourites going into this game.
No chance.
Unfortunately. And to put in a performance where 4 points off, 5 points off winning, I'm scared for varsity. I'm scared if that's the performance they're giving us. The girls can't be disheartened by it. I think Byron is going to take that one on the chin, I reckon. Obviously, that's his first loss as well. But I think they'll just progress forward from here. And we gave the player of the match to Holly, but I think realistically we couldn't have given any person on that pitch player of the match.
Exactly. I mean, Holly and Evie both mentioned it in their interviews as well. The league is still up for grabs.
That's it.
I mean, I have full faith that, being you've got to bear in mind, Bangor in the league above and in the title charge.
There you go.
Yeah. And I mean, Bangor, 2 more minutes in that game, and I think we take it.
Evie said it. This team does not deserve to be in the league it's in. It needs to be in the league above.
No, and
Bangor is.
I mean, I've got to say, just one final question to you, Dilan. I mean, how excited are you to see the future prospects of this side?
Look, I'll tell you now, if we're on commentary for varsity,
this
is going to be different, and I can't wait.
Oh my gosh, glory, glory, Salford Rugby. Thank you for joining us here on SSTV.
Thank you very much.
And we will see you next week.